Good evening and welcome to the Footy Express Show. I am your host tonight. I am a new face, as you can see. I hope I am going to do well today, so do not judge me too harshly. I'm so excited to have you guys with me. Please, if you have not liked and subscribed to the Footy Express Show channel, please do so as soon as possible. So today is a Champions League special. I have three very good looking young gentlemen with me tonight. I have Ty, who is a Barcelona fan. I have Riaan, who is a Liverpool fan. And I have Yash, who is a Chelsea fan. I am so happy to have you three with me. So I'm going to pretty much jump straight into it. I know there's going to be very happy fans here, and there might be a bit of a bleak fan. So let's start with some happiness, shall we? I'm going to go to you, Riaan. Congratulations on your win against Leipzig last night in Hungary. So I don't know. Do you think that Liverpool's performance in the Champions League might be a slight bit different to the performance in the Premier League? Because I know it's been quite rough the past few games. I mean, as your stats stand, you've played 24, you've won 11, you've drawn 7, and you've lost 6. You're 13 off the top in the Premier League, but let's talk Champions League. Are you happy with what you saw last night?
Yeah, last night for me, I was a bit afraid because, Liverpool, we play for that first 40 minutes, we play for goals. In the past 3 years, we played football. But last night, I was a little bit nervous because of the Premier League's slant we have. But last night was very good because we took advantage of the opponent's errors, like we did, like Leicester did against us and City did against us. We did that last night, and I was very, very happy because Mo Salah and Mane played their roles very good last night.
Right. Because they've also been a bit silent for the past week. I often wondered because my fantasy league was seeing absolute fire. Like I
Yeah.
had them in there, and I expected a hat trick against Burnley. I actually expected a hat trick against Brighton more than Burnley. So they've been a bit quiet. So I was quite happy to see them on the score sheet. Last
Yeah.
night. And what about how did you feel about the defense last night? I'm not sure. I think Kabak, your new signing, he did start, yes?
Yeah, he started. He started last night. He started. You're right.
And what
A
is your take
little.
on him?
I think the boys. What's the game against? I think it's against Leicester. The boy is a little bit. He feels a little bit comfortable, but we need to give him more time. Last night he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. He did all the natural things that a defender needed to do. Aerial position, he was good. Defending, he was well. He was aggressive as well, strong and aggressive. I will say he still needs time, but last night he was good. Good.
That's good. That's great. And with Van Dijk, when he does return, do you think there's going to be a bit of a fight, a bit of a scrap for positions in the defense?
You know what? That type of injury, it's a bit ACL. I think it's ACL. One cannot. It depends. It depends on Van Dijk's first performance and stuff because one can't say really. Van Dijk can become. He could be stronger, or he can become worse. It depends. You look at Laporte of City. I mean, one cannot say. I will say it will be a little bit of a fight depending on Van Dijk's strength. If he's strong enough, then obviously there will be a fight. But I will say Kabak, if we can keep that youngster, it will be good as well because we need Henderson in the midfield. We need Fabinho in the defensive mid. We need him there. They are not defenders.
I
They
hear
are
you.
not.
I definitely hear you on that one. Yeah, and the thing is with that ACL injury, it could change a player completely. And I'm personally hoping for your sake and for Liverpool's sake, it does not change
Yeah.
Van Dijk's form, because he is and he was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so over to Barcelona. Hi,
Hello.
Ty. Hi,
Hello. How
Ty.
you doing?
Right. My condolences for last night. I must admit, I was quite shocked when I saw the result.
Yeah.
Not such a great result last night.
Yeah.
Are you surprised at the result
Um,
last?
to be honest, it's been coming a long time. If you look at what's happened with the previous seasons with PSG, with Bayern Munich, in Champions League, the level is so high that even if you're doing well in your own domestic league, when you get to the Champions League, especially the round of 16, everybody deserves to be there. The problem with Barcelona is they've had the mentality, a winning mentality, for many years, very much with Rijkaard and Guardiola going through.
Yes.
But after winning 6 titles in the season, and things just fell apart from there slowly but surely. So it's been coming on a long time. Messi, in his recent interview, said they need to build a proper team and not just try and fill the cracks. So I wasn't too surprised. Unfortunately, today was the longest day of my life because I wore my Barcelona jersey to the office, and my colleagues, they just dragged me left, right, and center. But it is what it is.
Look. You see, this is the problem. When you are
Mm.
Barcelona, you just expect to turn up and win.
Yeah,
It's always been like that. I mean, that is the mentality the Bayern Munichs have, the Real Madrids have, the Manchester Uniteds have. But this is a Champions League show. Well,
yeah,
we are there. But anyway, um, so I want to know. You are now third on the table in La Liga. You have
yeah,
played 22. You've won 14,
yeah,
drawn 4, and you have lost 4, I think.
yeah.
What would you have changed in the lineup yesterday?
Well, if you look at what we've done over the weekend to Deportivo and coming into a game like this where you've got an awesome result, I don't think they should have done the amount of changes. Koeman shouldn't have brought PK back into the fold. He's been off with injury. So when you're playing an attacking team like PSG, even without Neymar, your defense has got to be rock solid. So you've got Dest running, you've got PK covering. The problem is Mbappe targeted the two of them. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have put them in the starting lineup from the get-go. That was one major, major problem.
Right. So if you look here, we've got a comment from Reader.
Yeah,
He says, Barca need a complete overhaul. Do you
I
agree
fully
with that?
agree with that. I fully agree with that. It's been coming on a long time. Messi said they're trying to fill the cracks, but they actually need to rebuild the team. And that is what Guardiola did when he came in many, many moons ago. He let go of my all-time ultimate favorite player, Ronaldinho, and he built a team around Messi. That team is now no longer there. You've got
Yes.
Busquets, you've got PK. The rest of the guys are all new. The
Yeah.
biggest thing is they need a rebuild because if you watch the way PK played last night, he looked a bit disinterested. It's almost like Messi's also lost that zest because he needs a team to play with him. They can't depend on him too much. I think they need a rebuild. I think they should have done it 3 to 4 years ago already.
Right. So if you read that question at the bottom, now this is for everybody. Chelsea, Liverpool, feel free to jump in here. What do you think about Barcelona, about PK and Teddy's? Ty has already sort of touched on it. What do you think, Yash?
Yeah, look, I'm with Ty. I think it's a changing of the guard now for the guys. They've had great careers, world-class careers. I mean, there's nothing to take that away from them, but they just need to look ahead now and, yeah, just start trimming the fat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. Riaan, what do you think?
Yeah, I say PK is I won't say it's old stock. I think this is a great lesson to learn. The formation that Barca is playing, Liverpool is playing, and City is playing, you need to the back four needs to be solid because of the high press football. PK is not as fast as he was when he was younger. So
Yes.
Mbappe will mess you up. I mean, Neymar wasn't there last night. That boy, it was
We didn't
like
even know
cream
he
on the
wasn't there.
lips.
We
Yeah,
completely missed him. I was like, where's Neymar? Like
yeah,
45 minutes into it at halftime. I was like,
yeah.
He's out injured again.
again,
Very big.
again. I know. Right. Okay. So let's move over to Chelsea. Right. Yash. So Chelsea's game is still to come. and they will be playing in Romania against Atletico Madrid. So I want to know, with this game not being played at actual Atletico Madrid's home ground, do you think this changes the sort of aura around the game? Because Chelsea, you often go there and you think, okay, we're going to their home ground. There's a beating coming. So I just want to know. So Diego Costa is no longer there. Can anybody verify this? I think he's no longer there.
He's gone. They tore up his
He's
contract.
gone. And I think Chelsea fans are thanking their lucky stars for that one, actually.
Yeah.
So how do you think the fixture next week is going to pan out?
Sure. Look, it's a massive, massive task for us. I mean, even with Atletico's game being moved to Romania, I don't think it's going to make a massive difference because there's no fans allowed anyway, right? So, and if you look at what Simeone has done, he's translated, his passion and aggressiveness as a player into this athletic squad that he's assembled. Believe it or not, 9 years now. December was 9 years for him there. And he's been lucky enough, unlike some Chelsea managers, to be given that time, to build a squad. And I mean, if you look at them playing, they're so well organized. They're hard to break down. I think they've got the best defense in La Liga at the moment. Yeah. And they've got Suarez again firing on all cylinders like he did when he was at his Liverpool days, And I think this time he just need to find another centre back to bite into to get a bit more out of his game, But
right.
Yeah, look, it's very, very hard. Yeah, but look, I mean.
Sorry, I want to know. So post Lampard, all right. I feel like there is a sort of heightened confidence approaching this game simply because it's been a change of managers, simply because it is now a manager that is far more experienced than Lampard, truth be told.
Yep.
So do you think now, when Lampard, just before he was sacked, Chelsea fans were obviously saying we are probably going to die, against Atletico Madrid. But now that Tuchel has taken the head and taken Chelsea by the reins, considering that their run of form has all of a sudden magically changed, do you think this plays a big role going into the game next week?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he's got the experience. He's managed big names at PSG, and what he's done, he's instilled this positivity and this good feel vibe around the Chelsea camp that you could see in the players before Lamps was sacked. It was very difficult to get a smile out of these guys. So, and the results show. And I mean, tactically, Thomas is very, very astute. You can see him changing shapes and formations 2, sometimes 3 times a game just to improve the performance. And what's good to see is that the boys have reacted well. It's everyone with a clean slate. I mean, Jorginho, Kovacic, pivots working very well in the midfield. Alonso, Rudiger, even Kepa to a certain extent. A new lease on life, come back from the cold. Even Timo. I mean, he's been playing well. I mean, he finally broke his duck the other day. And so hopefully, I mean, that's a start of a good run of form for the team and definitely for my fantasy football, because I've still got Werner in and I've just been crossing fingers that it comes right.
So if you read the question there, what are your thoughts on Timo Werner? Do you think he's actually going to, I don't know, maybe break out in the Champions League? Maybe that's his stage. This is where I'm meant to score. I'm not interested in scoring against West Brom. I am here for Atletico Madrid.
No, sure. I mean, look, he's got a great record. And I mean, if you look at all our great strikers of the past, I mean, Didier Drogba, our legend of the club, his first season, he struggled. He really struggled to get with the pace of the Premier League. I mean, the Premier League's not a fun place to be coming from. Yeah, exactly. Coming from a different
That's why, Ty, we want to see Messi in the Premier League.
I got a funny feeling if he goes to City, he's 33 years old. I think he's got another 2 or 3 seasons max. I think he would fit in at City. Teixeira, there's sporting director, there's Guardiola, there's a lot of Barcelona.
There's the Guido factor.
Exactly.
Messi, obviously that has that money, just by the way.
Yeah, they have a family link as well with Kun and Messi. So there's a lot of factors that will pull into City. However, I was actually getting done earlier, and I thought if he goes to PSG with Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi, it'll actually be M&M. So you'll have Messi, The M&M factor at PSG. So that would actually be quite cool.
I like that, Eminem. I really get.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to show you this question. This one is for
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Do you think he is going to start with Kepa in goal? I don't know. Personally, that's suicidal for me, but I don't know what you think.
I doubt it against Atletico. I doubt it, but he might give him another chance against Southampton. That's just my gut feel because keepers, they live by clean sheets. I mean, and he's had two decent games, so you also don't want to take that momentum away from him. He's been decent. I mean, but Atletico,
Okay.
no from me. That's just
Okay. Riaan, over to you. I want to talk about this man. I'd like to talk about this man, Alisson Becker. I have been dying to speak to a Liverpool fan about this maniertjie. So it has, apart from last night, before then, what has been happening? I mean, he's literally caught Kepa. He has caught that virus we call Kepa. I mean, he was in like a deer in headlights yet again. I mean, can you offer any sort of reason as to what's happened? Is it maybe just a phase?
Goodness, to be honest with you, the mistakes that we look at, it's basic things that goalkeepers should know. You don't kick the ball into opponent's feet. If you don't know where to kick the ball out. Twice he did it. But I think it's because of it's the drop in our form as well. It's not to make any excuses, but certain things does play a mental role. For us that don't play the game, that's the supporters, we will say this and that, but there is certain things that can mess you up psychologically. But for us that's sitting and watching the game, I was looking at the mistakes. It's basic, simple mistakes. But once again, you look at Edison. He did that also. So you're asking yourself the question, is there something wrong with the Premier League's goalkeepers? Don't they understand that you don't kick a ball into an opponent's feet? You kick it out. Skop die bal uit. Skop dit lyn toe. Skop dit ergens anders behalwe by die ou se voete. So I was angry when I looked at the City one. I was thinking number one, number two, and then I was looking at Leicester again. Some people blame Kabak. It's not Kabak. It needs communication. Kabak had the ball. Kabak had the ball. If Alisson stayed in the ball on his line or in the box, Kabak would have headed the ball out. Once again, miscommunication. Last night the same. He was kicking the ball in the opponent's feet, and I was thinking, I don't know, maybe Klopp should teach them kick the ball to the line, kick it far out.
I think Yash can agree because I think we've seen something like that from Mendy a few times. Kepa, we see it all the time. But I think just fans are tired of Kepa. But Mendy, I think, has had a few moments like that as well. So I think he can sympathize with you, truth be told.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our keepers, it's love-hate with them, right? Yeah, they can win.
Benlin says, Liverpool have had very many centre-back pairings. Defensive solidity comes with building communication. Do you agree with that? I mean, I think that really just goes for all defenses, really. Okay, so let's move on to Barcelona. So I want to put this. It's not really a meme, but it's something that Fabrizio Roman had said. I'm going to pull it up now and just give it a few seconds. It's basically talking about how Bayern Munich are pretty much saying they are not interested in Messi because that salary situation has to change.
Yeah.
Like, it's not happening. And here's the thing. So Messi, his contract, there it is. He will not be a Bayern Munich target in the summer. I mean, it was laughable when Messi's contract with Barcelona. They can only say congrats to him for obtaining an astronomical contract. But the salary situation, it needs to change.
Yeah.
which I suppose we can agree with. And here's the thing: I think his contract is up in the summer. Am I correct?
Yeah, definitely. Barcelona's actually got presidential elections happening in March, and that
Okay.
prevents him from signing and buying and selling players in January.
Okay.
It's got a massive impact on the club itself from a financial point of view with regards to Messi's salary.
Yeah.
And you can understand the amount of politics behind the scene in the club. Some
Right.
persons are losing so much money year in and year out.
Yeah.
You playing on his level. Let's refer to Suarez, who's the leading goal scorer now. Let's refer
Mm.
to Neymar. So many big names has been pushed aside to keep
Yeah.
Messi happy. And at the end of the day, for him to go to another team, he's going to be
Mm.
earning less money unless he goes out of the major leagues, because all of them
Correct.
know that he doesn't have that many seasons left for him. So if he goes to China or the States, he might stand a good chance of earning the bucks there. But I don't think Messi's after the money. I think that
Mm.
passion for football, it's slowly dying. The light is slowly going out because of the politics in Spain. I mean,
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Messi, all of them were charged with tax evasion, and it's all
Yes.
happening in Spain.
Correct.
So if he plays in the Premier League for 1 or 2 seasons, I'll be super happy. Just to see the way he performs in the Premier League, which is the type of league right now in the world.
Yeah.
If he is going to go for money, it's going to go States or China. That's probably where you're going to find him. But I don't think he's going to go for money. He's going to take a pay cut and he's going to go
Yeah.
to a place where he can enjoy the football. So I agree. The money is a problem as far as the
Yeah.
salary goes, but they need to put him in a team where he's happy.
Correct. And the thing is, he has about, I think it's, you've got 6 months left. So you would
Yeah,
imagine that clubs are kind of already preparing.
exactly.
You should be preparing some sort of pre-contact or whatever,
Exactly.
to get him on board.
That's the
But
thing. Now,
Messi is Barcelona, and I feel like if Messi leaves La Liga will
yes.
go bankrupt. That
That is
there,
actually something I was reading today, because some people are saying that Mbappe might go to Real Madrid. You're gonna go to Barcelona's competition to face Messi. If Messi leaves La Liga, why go to La Liga? Who are you gonna face?
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so I don't think Mbappe would go to Real Madrid. Going back to your point that Messi is La Liga, he's Barcelona. The problem with this is the media. You put a player on a pedestal and you hype him up after so many
Mm,
years that
yeah,
technically he's bigger than the club, which we know it shouldn't be that way. He's bigger
yes,
than the league. It shouldn't be that way. So you put him in a
correct.
league like the Premier League where he can actually show what he's worth. I think
Right.
that's going to take Messi to another level. Whether he gets a pay cut or earns the same or earns nothing, he needs to put
Right.
himself in a place where he can say, you know what, this is my legacy.
Yes.
And to actually put him on a pedestal the way the media had, it needs to be justified. And after the
Yeah.
season, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you on that one, and I mean, you're not going to see Mbappe wanting to play against Osasuna
No way. But also the
or
question, you put
Granada. Who wants to
Messi,
play those guys? I mean, come now.
but I mean, you put
They're
Messi in
more
Chelsea, you
specialists.
put
Let's
him
be
in
honest.
Liverpool. It's going to be an absolute pleasure to see him do that. Everybody's talking about City, but what if the
Yes.
other team say, you know what, I'm going to throw my hat in the pot. I'm going to go for Messi. What if he decides, I don't want to go to City. I want a big challenge. What if he picks another team in the Premier League? I mean,
Yes.
Blackburn.
Like
It'll be funny to
Spurs.
watch, or
Yeah.
Everton. But to actually see that talent on that stage, I
Yeah.
can't wait for that.
Right. Okay. Yes. So I might be a bit ambitious in saying this, but hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I mean, this is football. Anything can happen. So Chelsea last won Champions League in 2012. Okay. Do you think? Do you think if they somehow overcome Atletico Madrid, that they could have a sniff at the Champions League semi-final or final? I'm just putting it out there. Is it impossible?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Tough question. Eh? I mean, you have to answer with your head, but you think with your heart, right? I mean,
Right.
as you say, it's knockout football, and in 2012, I mean, we saw it. No one gave us a chance in hell, and we
Right.
somehow got through. I mean, with Ryan Bertrand starting a game as
I think
as
Chelsea
a
finished
touching mid.
sixth in the Premier
Yeah,
League that season. Our only hope
yeah,
of playing Champions League the
yeah.
following
Was
season
to win.
was going to be winning the Champions
Yeah,
League.
yeah. It was. It
Right.
was. Yeah, and it was double sweet because we got to knock Spurs into Europa. So I mean, there's always a double edge, right? And I mean,
I
look,
imagine so.
yeah, and I mean, we got it. we got our hands on the Holy Grail in 2012, but I think this year I think it might just be a bridge too far. Even though
No
knockout
pun
football,
intended. I hear you.
yeah,
A bridge
well,
too far. I get
thanks for
it.
picking that up. I mean,
Okay,
but
I
yeah,
see.
you,
Right. Sorry. Did you want to say
yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah. No, I just said, when it comes down to this, you need a bit of luck. You need good draws. But I just think there's better teams out there. You look at Man City firing Bayern, world
Yeah.
class. But yeah,
I
hopefully we
think,
can get top four
yeah.
next season and get further.
I think, to add to that, this has been a pandemic season. It has not been a normal season for any of the teams. Okay.
Yeah.
The games have literally come one after the other. And so there's been no time for injuries to heal properly, to get fit properly. It's really just been, I mean, Chelsea have seen it with Christian Pulisic. You know, they have seen it with Ziyech. I mean, okay, just wait for this question, reader. We are not going to get into that right now. Just give me a second. But I think this has contributed to a lot of what you're saying. So I personally would say Chelsea will probably not get a sniff at the Champions League final. It might next season because teams will get a proper preseason. They will get a proper proper time for the injuries to heal, more time. So I wouldn't say give up yet, but like I say, you never know. Right, let's get in here. Let's go. Allison has more ears than Kepa. Fight. Is that even possible? Oh my goodness.
Is this? I think this is because of the City and the Leicester story. The City and Leicester story. What I will say, it's not to the defense of Allison. It's simple mistakes that was made. One can only. I will say one can shoot Allison in the foot if he does it continuously, like in 10, 12 or 15 games, then one can say. But look at him; he's got 4 majors behind his back. He's got titles. He has saved Liverpool a lot of times. And we had a debate with a few Liverpool fans who was angry. I said to them, yes, we understand that this was errors and it was costly, but we need to understand the man has been standing for 4 years and has been performing. I mean, yes, the errors. I think this is human. It's human to gun someone's errors, and the errors is magnified than the good things that the players has done.
Okay, Riaan, Alistair says, Henderson out of the back line as Allison is trying too hard to cover for them. They need to build trust.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
You see, Van Dijk was the luxury for Alisson. Van Dijk was the luxury. As I said, Henderson is a mix of. He's not the defender. So obviously it's a good answer. There needs to be built trust. But as you can see, we see that Henderson is taking up that leadership role. By I don't know if he's gonna be a midfielder after this season. I don't know. I don't know, because he's doing good. He's doing quite good in being a center back. But I will say that's correct. There needs to be a communication that needs to take place between him and Alisson. But I think it's because of the luxury of Van Dijk. Alisson had that luxury for almost 4 years, if I'm correct.
Right. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Ty, do you think Messi will retire for the 520th time?
Not this season. Give him another 2 or 3 seasons. Just remember, he's 2 years younger than Ronaldo, and that chase and competitiveness is always between them. Once again, it's the media, but who else is on their level? Mbappe played brilliantly last night, but he's not at that level just yet. Neymar, not yet. So will he retire now? Give him another season or 2 till he's proved the point, then he'll retire.
Okay, let's talk predictions now. Okay, Liverpool, your return leg is on the 10th of March, and you're playing at Anfield. What do you think your score will be there?
For me, I hope they don't break legs again. The score.
I hope
The score for me.
You.
Yeah, I will say that derby is something that's painful for us as Liverpool supporters, because that will.
Chelsea and Pepper.
I will say we will win 3-1. 3-1. We will concede a goal. 3-1.
All right, Ty, are we going to get a big reaction? And you, I think, are playing at. Are you going to go to PSG's home ground? I think you're playing
Yeah,
there.
we playing 10th of March. My heart really wants me to overturn the
Because they've
result.
actually. Hi.
I want them to overturn the result. My head tells me if Neymar's back, they're gonna kill us 2-1 at PSG's home ground, and that's gonna be the end of it.
Look, I think, stranger things have happened. Liverpool, I think they overturned, was it a 3-3? Was it 3-3?
Yeah,
Was that against,
That's
who
in
was that against?
2005.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that was not 2005. No,
Yeah, Gerard. Gerard.
no, man. It was a few seasons ago. The aggregate was like
Oh,
3
you're
0.
talking about Barca.
Yeah.
Yes, was Barcelona? It was Barcelona.
Oh, I didn't wanted to say the Barca thingy.
Apologize on my face.
Right.
It's been a long day.
My prediction is Liverpool winning 2-1. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I do think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yash, give us the score. Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid in Romania. Drum roll. Tell me. Talk to me.
I'm just okay. I think I'm just gonna put my head on the block here. I think we'll lose 2-1. We'll get the away goal, and we'll come back to England and win 1-0 and go through on away goals.
You reckon? That probably would be the most Chelsea thing to do, truth be told.
Yeah.
Scorers. I want to see. I'm just interested to see who do you think will be scoring those 3 goals, as you said, Riaan. Give me names.
If Diego Jota's back, he will score the second half. Musala will score definitely. I think Firmino will surprise us. He will surprise us.
All right. Ty, Neymar, you reckon might?
Neymar's definitely going to score. Mbappe will definitely score after last night. And I think Messi might get a penalty and score the one for Barcelona.
Okay, here's quickly one for you, Ty. Barcelona fans think Messi has infinite superpowers. He's getting old, not playing the same game. But I think you covered this earlier. You said he's got about 2 or 3 seasons in it.
Yeah, I did. At the end of the day, the media's built him up to be Superman. He's just a human being. So he's just got to play his game. On the day, he plays well. Tomorrow, he might not play well. That's football.
Correct. Right. Okay. Yash, give me goal scorers. Give me that one goal, and then give me the winner. Who's gonna score it? I'm gonna go Mason Mount. I'm gonna say Mason Mount. I don't know why. I doesn't say Mason Mount.
Maybe. Yes. I mean, he's been awesome. I mean, he's been amazing. But I think Giroud away and Timo time at the bridge.
You think Timo time is happening? You reckon Chelsea are finding Timo?
Coming.
Okay.
Timo.
I like that. All right, gentlemen, it was an absolute honor to be on the show with you. You have been so amazing. Before we go, I just want to. Our show promotes small businesses. So have a look at these. They are amazing. I actually want to order one for myself. They are custom-made ottomans. So you can have them made to your team. So just contact Graham Julie. That is the name there. Sorry, my eyesight is not so great. I'm actually thinking of ordering one myself. I can see it now in my lounge. So everybody get ordering, support local businesses, especially during this difficult time. These look absolutely stunning. So, gentlemen, again, thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope we could maybe pick this up once Chelsea have played and once you guys have played your second leg and everybody's played the second leg. All the best for your upcoming Premier League fixtures as well as your Champions League fixtures. And yeah, we will catch up soon. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much. We will see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.